And good evening, everyone. Hopefully you can hear us out there. It looks like everything audio-wise is going out. So, hi, it is wonderful to see everyone, and we are back after taking a brief hiatus. So, tonight we are playing Dragon Age, and my players are in the wonderful city of Valroyo. Which, speaking of, let's go ahead and do some introductions. I'm going to start us off. Last week I caught some people off guard. I actually want to start with Michael. If you'd like to introduce yourself and your character.
Yeah, this is Michael. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing the role of Leon. Leon is he's an artist, and he does some shadowy things sometimes.
Awesome.
Kind of roguish.
We're going to go up from there on the screen, and we're going to go to Revna. Revna, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, it's me, Rev. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character, Luvia Vasquez, aka Daniela Reyes Ruiz, who is also very roguish, and she's going through some stuff right now. So we'll see how that turns out.
All right. Going over to Stevie.
Hey y'all, my name is Stevie. I use he, him pronouns. I play Amara Pallier, the Templar in training who uses she, her pronouns. And she's going to get into some bureaucratic battles, I think.
Maybe. And up to Frankie.
Hi there, my name is Frankie, and I play Ilian. Use they, them pronouns. Ilian is a circle mage with a noble background, and I am very excited to see if I can play a high intelligence character who is fancy. That is not my skill set, but I got this. Could be awesome.
Awesome. Well, tonight, like I said, we are playing Dragon Age, which this game came out from Green Ronin Publishing. It's kind of a gem and hard to find. Based on the Dragon Age system put out by BioWare. We're not affiliated with either group, but we would always love to say, hey, we happily do it. But altogether, we've just really loved this world and this system. I'm going to mention we are probably about 3 or 4 episodes out of the end of our season for this. And I'm going to go ahead and announce that we are currently in the process of getting things set up for the kickoff of Seriously Let's Play. Seriously Let's Play is one of our original shows that we did as a podcast and has been around since December of 2018. So it's been around for a bit. But this year, I am really excited because we have a really amazing lineup. We're going to have, going down the list really quick, I'll actually be GMing Wayfaring Strange for the creator, Joey Martin. They are a wonderful creator, and this is a game that if you've ever seen or heard the podcast, Alice Isn't Dead, this is kind of very much in that vein. We'll also be doing Godsend Agenda with Jerry Grayson, who is an amazing game creator and owns Capera Publishing, known for the D6 Mythic system, and also one of the members of the New Agenda Publishing. We're going to be doing Psychic Kids with Matthew Orr, Rememorex with Sean Jaffe, which I'm also very excited about. Sean is one of the writers for Dystopia Rising, which is one of the big LARPs out there. We'll have Gas Bashers with our own Anthony Domenico, who everyone knows as NPC Librarian. And then we'll also have our First Contact by Fool's Moon. And I think I'm forgetting one. Killshot. It's by Broken Ruler Games, which is Todd Crapper, who was the designer on Ninja Crusade. He did the layout. But you may also know him as a layout genius for Renegade Games. He did for the Werewolf, I think it was 5th edition that came out from them. And also for the PIP system, he is created Ironbound with Danny Delisle, who ran the 7th Seas game here on the channel. So we kind of find our way into interesting conversations, and I'm so happy to be having all these people coming to the channel. And also, special guests including Ed Bickford, comic artist, Rob Southgate, Michael Ross from RPG Academy is going to be coming on, Monica Paprocki, Graham Gentz, and Danny Delisle herself is going to, or themselves going to be coming back to the channel. So yeah, we have a lot going on, and I'm excited, and I wanted to be sure to get all this out so that when this hits YouTube, everybody can be aware of what's coming soon. But we currently have this game to play. So let me go ahead and set up some atmosphere for everyone here. Because we are in the city of Valroyo and Orlais. So, you've just experienced for Revna, your character, as you had left the shipping company that you had arrived in, and they had offered you an opportunity to stay there. Your first night in Orlais, you've had this strange experience where things seem unusual. This overwhelming sense of kind of deja vu, but almost the opposite of it, where there is something you should have experienced but didn't. Realizing that something should be here in the city, but isn't.
Right, the reflecting pool.
Mm-hmm. And so, with that, I want to know where your character is, what they're feeling at this point.
Well, at this moment, I'm more petty than curious. So I want to make sure that the copies of those documents get to the families, and then the other copy needs to go to who she thinks is the revered or reverend mother or whatever she's called. Because Danny said she doesn't know that much about the chantry or the church. She just knows that Prior Jerome is a douche canoe, and she wants to finish ruining him for his extortion, bribery, and God knows what else that she has the proof of. So she's going to carry on towards the church. I imagine it's probably a cathedral in Valroyo.
Mm-hmm. There is one main cathedral in Valroyo. So you begin to make your way. And you had left in late evening as it started to get dark. The sky, storms have blown in. And it's becoming ominous. A little bit of light rain falling around you. People are coming out and lighting torches, candles, re-illuminating homes, as well as businesses. And the ornamentation of the city of Valroyo and just how ornate everything is begins to cast shadows. This is almost like being back out in the woods. The balconies, the eaves, the alleys. You catch shadows of people. Occasionally a figure in armor, probably a guard of some sort, making sure that as you're making your way, that they want you to know their presence is there, that they are standing there. But occasionally you'll see nobles meeting as well, dodging into various buildings. What are you doing?
I am doing my best to stick to the shadows as I make my way towards the cathedral. The last thing I want is to be spotted headed that way. And kind of watch the place a little bit to figure out if I can suss where this important person's room would be to get in and leave these documents there.
Okay. Well, let's start off. Let's get some tests going. And for all of my viewers, yes, we kind of talked as a table ahead of time. My players do know that this game we were starting off this way and focusing on Luvia. But let's go ahead and start off with some stealth.
Elf-like. In it. 10, 13,
Yep.
17.
Awesome. Okay. There comes a point as you're traveling that the rest of the city doesn't seem to recognize that you're there anymore. You are becoming one with it, moving through the shadows. Are you going to stay on the streets, or are you going to start to find alternate routes?
Yeah, I'll pass through alleys if necessary. Anything that, I just need a dark vantage point. If I need to climb one of these buildings and like hide out on a balcony from a darkened, there's a darkened window and I think I can hide quietly on a balcony and watch the place. That would be my ideal situation to try and figure out exactly where I'm going to drop these documents off to the church itself.
Okay. There's really no point in rolling for that, because the benefit of the ostentatious nature of this town is there are plenty of foot and handholds to climb up these buildings. And you begin to watch. It is a large cathedral. The one that was in the town where everybody started, this dwarfs it, far exceeding. Large cathedral, quarters extending off of it to the east. And go ahead and give me some perception checks. And we're going to be probably seeing is going to be what's going to be what we're looking for.
14.
All right. You pick out Templars on patrol. You also begin to pick out figures in the shadows, also defending or kind of guarding, hidden amongst this cathedral. But you've managed to see them, and they can't see you. You are pretty sure, watching movement and everything else, and hearing the sounds of prayer, specifically the songs being sung, that there is a area, more likely on the second floor, that you believe is probably going to be the quarters of the higher ranked clergy. Are you going to be making your way there?
Yeah, what I'd ideally like to do is, if there is a tree in all of this, greenery around, to get myself from this roof to a tree, perch in the tree, and hopefully get onto some handholds that I can get that way. I have acrobatics and I haven't used it yet, so I would like to try.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get some acrobatic rolls in there. I'm going to say that difficulty is going to be 13. Sorry, 13. And I'll need 3 of those as you make your way.
I have 3 4s on this one, which is 12 plus 6 is 18.
All right.
So I'm going to hang on to those 4 stunt points here a minute. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 6 is 21. And another pair of doubles, 6, 6, 4, so 16, and 6 is then 22.
All right.
I don't think any of the exploration stunts, except maybe the object of my attention, which will give me bonuses to further tests, in relation to that task, maybe.
I would also recommend advantageous positioning, the very simple one.
Oh yeah, good one. Yeah, no, it's, good idea.
Okay. As you, in the shadows, dodge across the courtyard, make your way from a tree and up to the second floor of this building, utilizing various handholds, the at one point jumping across for where water is draining from the roof. They have a stone outcropping that is a gargoyle, and using that to swing around and gain an advantageous position. You begin to hear voices from inside one of these rooms. And you're certain that this is what we are trying, how it's supposed to be arranged. And another voice seems to be talking. I don't understand the complexity of this. And it doesn't match up with any of our star charts. These aren't constellations we're familiar with, and it doesn't seem to have a point of end. Or it doesn't seem to repeat itself. It actually seems to end, which is not normal. And you hear the voices trail off, and they exit through a door, and you hear the door slam shut. What are you going to be doing?
I'll pause to hear if I hear of any movement coming from in there. Maybe somebody not talking but moving around. If I don't hear anything, I'm gonna try to get in through that window.
All right, go ahead and give me a hearing check, but it's going to be a average difficulty at 11. So perception hearing if you have it.
And 14, 15, 16.
All right. You do not hear anyone else in the room, and you actually hear the footsteps receding, clicking on the stone floors in the hallway, leaving the area.
Ooh.
All right. You climb in through the window. It creaks just the slightest bit as you enter. But you find yourselves in a large chamber that has been cleared out. And portions of an Ori have been reconstructed inside.
Now, I definitely know what that is, but just in case somebody listening doesn't know what that is,
It's like
would
one of
you
those
mind
things in a.
explaining it?
It's like one of those things in a planetarium that puts the constellations up when you light it inside, and the
Thank
movement of the
you.
planets.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's definitely what I thought it was. Cool, thank you.
Yep. That's a good way to look at it. One of my favorite examples is from Jim Henson's Dark Crystal, where the witch Agra lives. All those, constellations and other things moving on pivot points. Okay. You see this, structure. It's actually more like that, where it is these large brass pendulums moving along different points, but currently not. I mean, they basically have, they're not, it's a clockwork device of some sort that is stopped. And on the table, you do see a few diagrams of it as well.
I'll take a peek at them. I mean, it's not what I'm here for, and I'm not going to steal them, but I will take a peek at them.
All right. I am, first and foremost, going to be looking at a cunning check. This is going to be a 15. And we'll start there.
Yeah, I got a 16 actually.
Awesome. What you know, however it is, whether it's just navigation perhaps, These don't match up to any star charts. These don't match up with constellations that are common. Uh, it's very odd. And I'm going to give you an opportunity.
Now, let me clarify something
Mhm.
real quick, John.
Yes.
These don't match any navigational charts that I would use currently to navigate, or does it match something that I would use?
It doesn't match any star charts, navigation, anything.
Got it.
Uh, in fact, I'm going to do a blind check on my end.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just verifying you. Yeah, there's something about it. I mean, it is incredibly ornate, and the idea of them going through all the work to create this thing, and it seems nonsensical, honestly.
Can I look at the star chart and the orrery or both, and then take a peek out the window and look up? Does it
Absolutely.
match what's in the sky?
No. I won't even require a roll or anything like that. This doesn't match anything.
Huh. Huh. I'm gonna note that. But I got places to be.
All right. Give me a hearing check really quick.
A 15.
Okay. As you're preparing yourself to leave, you haven't heard anyone coming, but you do hear the door to the room begin to open.
Hide.
All right. So I think hide still falls under stealth, I
Yeah.
believe. I don't believe there's a separate hide.
16.
All right. Someone sneaks in from wherever you're hiding. Go ahead and describe, or if you want to say something that you're hiding in.
So in the room, it's basically cleared out. The only thing in here is the orrery
Ori,
and potentially a table.
a table. There is a table or desk of some sort where they are keeping all these documents. It is a large room, so 14 feet, vaulted ceilings as well.
Okay, is there maybe a tall cabinet where one might put stuff in there?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna like hop up on top of that and pull back into the shadows and just stay flush and down as much as I can, just to kind of get an eye on the room and be super quiet, because most people don't look up.
Individual in acolyte's robes steals into the room, going over to the table, and begins piecing through the notes and jotting things down.
Huh. That seems pretty shady, but if I give myself away, I'm not going to get these documents to the person I need them to, so I'm going to note their face and any detail I can about them, and just watch them, just observe them.
Okay. Give me a perception check, just general perception check.
Mm-hmm. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15 with double threes, so 3 stunt points.
All right. This was a versus check, and they do their check did beat you, but I will give you the access to your stunt points. So if there's anything that you want to use, like exploration or I don't know if any role-playing ones would fit, but
I have I do have that makes me wonder. It means I can immediately make another perception test at no additional cost in time or resources to discover more information about my surroundings or the object of my test.
Go for that then.
Five, 4, 9, 11, 12. Again, a 15.
All right. Things that you're picking up on this. There's a familiarity. Young woman, 15 years of age. More than likely in that ballpark, but I'm going to go ahead and say you're thinking they're right there in that age range. And moving with a attempt to deceive, but they are not. They're not clergy. That much I will go ahead and say. There's something about the way that they are dressed. It would pass with most people at a first glance, but they're not clergy.
Interesting.
And after taking a few notes, steals back over to the door and slowly goes to open it.
Wait, before they turn from the table, do I realize they're not an actual acolyte at that point?
Absolutely.
Can I tackle them before they get to the door?
Yeah.
Like jump off this cabinet onto them?
Yep, I would say that is definitely something you can attempt to do. Let's go with dexterity, because dexterity does follow the brawling area as well.
May I use my acrobatics?
Absolutely, why not? This definitely is a point where that fits.
Six, 5, 11, 12, 13, 6, 19.
You're going to exceed what they
I'm
rolled.
gonna leap off that thing, take their feet out from them, roll, and come up standing with my rapier right pointed at them. Well, 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 what have we here?
A portion of a mask now hangs a little bit off of their face.
I'll take the rapier and flick it the rest of the way off.
All right.
As I'm saying, well, 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 what have we here?
The mask falls away, and you recognize the face. And it takes you a brief moment. As the mask falls away, the hood falls backwards as well. And standing before you, strangely enough, is a young woman you know as Valerie Dumont.
Holy fucking hell. What are you doing here, my dear girl?
She looks at your face and recognizes you as well. You're Luvia, right?
Yes?
I don't have time to talk, and I don't think either of us want to be caught here.
Well, I broke in to give something to the church. You broke in to take something from the church. So I'd say our situations aren't precisely the same. Talk fast.
This isn't theirs to begin with.
Who does it belong to?
I don't want to say the word. Can we get out of here, please? I will meet you someplace. You know, you've seen my face now. You know where I live.
But we are not at home, are we? We are in Valroyo. It would be very, very simple for a pet like you to just disappear into the dark.
What do you...
I suggest you talk quickly. Those Templars will be back.
She leans in and says, I am helping my mother.
Your mother is a bloody baker. And if she isn't, you better convince me otherwise.
There are things going on that I can't explain. But I can tell you that my mother was working with the Moreaus. What more do you want to know at this? Look, the church, something bigger is going on. The church stole this. This isn't theirs either.
Who
It's
does it
some.
belong to?
I don't like saying the name out loud because I don't know what they are, or what they can hear. And she leans in, though, and says,
Spell it.
well, that she's willing to do. And she mouths the words, the letters. S-E-E-R. E-S.
That's enough.
Yeah.
You go out that window right there that I've already opened, and you get yourself to Le Grand Voyage, and you find Master Leon, and you tell him what you've told me. If I get back there, and Leon says he's never seen your face, you better hope I don't find you again.
She nods once.
I still have a prior to ruin.
And she exits the window.
Oh, Lou is just totally gonna eye the window and make sure that she goes, too. Making sure I don't have to watch her get the shit kicked out of her by Templars.
She's not as skilled as you are. But you watch her slide down, shimmying down one of the kind of cropped buttresses on the side of the building, and then scurry off into the shadows away from the courtyard.
Okay, question. These documents here, is there an oilcloth that they would carry these in to protect them from the weather?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna roll them up in it, and before I go find this holy chick, I'm gonna slip them up into the gutter and prop them so they're not soaked completely in the water, so I can come back for them later if necessary.
Okay. All right.
And then
You find your way. Is there anything in specific you're looking for? Are you looking for the biggest room, or?
I'm looking for what looks like the room of the most important person.
You find yourself in a large chamber. Singular bed. Fairly Spartan. A simple shrine to Andraste inside, and as well as a desk. A large desk denoting quite a bit of position.
I'm assuming there's pen and ink on the desk.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. Is there anyone I can see in the rooms?
Let's go ahead and make a test really quick. Let's get that perception. Seeing. Or searching in this case.
6, 2, 12, 14, 17. With 6 skill or stunt points or whatever. So, efficient search, speedy search.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a stealth check for yourself as well.
$20.
There are shadows in the hall, hidden. You see them, they don't see you.
I'm gonna... And do I see anyone in her room when I get in there? I'm gonna put those papers on the desk, take a pen and paper, and write on it what these documents are, and put a PS, not being shitty, but here's to pay for the paper. and then fuck off the way I came and hopefully grab the documents on my way out.
All right. One last stealth check as you make your way, or stealth check, or I will let acrobatics check if you just want to see if you can get away without utilizing the courtyard.
Oh yeah, I'll do acrobatics.
And
Absolutely.
15.
4 is 12, and 6 is 18.
There you go. With a lot more flair and grace than she had, you make your way out of the courtyard and away from this cathedral.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, grab that oilcloth, the shadows go across the by the time the Templar goes around, I'm gone, and...
Okay. So, you're making your way back. The shadows have deepened. It is late at night. For our friends who are back in the building, what are y'all doing?
Is this like we've concluded the things that we were doing
Mm-hmm.
around the same time as? How late is it?
I would just say evening. That's the best way I can put it at this point.
Um. Ilian is probably they don't have anything written down necessarily, but they're probably like mentally going through like the people they knew and who they might be able to contact now that they're back, and just basically trying to like mind palace like the game and like how out of season they are.
Okay.
I think Amara is, since Amara came back from being out in the city, I think she's just doing like practice drills with her sword and shield. Even though they are out of the woods, she can't shake the feeling that they're in danger.
I will say that.
Leon,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
No, please
no,
go.
no, John. No, John, go, go, go.
No, you go.
No, you first. You first.
No.
Leon is drinking.
There we go.
Leon
That's
is
our
in
boy.
his cups.
Mm.
Is he around us and drunk?
He is quietly imbibing spirits.
Do we notice him drinking, I guess is what I'm asking.
Do you?
Do I need to make a check for that, John, or can I just see it?
I think this is. Yeah.
Leon's not he's not hiding. He's just being kind of quiet and drinking to himself.
Yep. So between players, I think he's saying it's okay for you to notice it.
Okay. Monsieur Hubert,
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
May I-
Yes. Yes.
may I try a taste of that?
Certainly, it's cheap, but it does the job.
And I'm imagining Ilian doesn't stomach it well and coughs quite a bit.
It's clear liqueur.
And Ilian's like, well, that's enough socialization for the night, and goes back to stop trying to human.
If you it's better if you sip. At least to start.
Oh. Thank you.
As you are all doing this, I will say that sounds come across. You are in one of these lovely areas of Val Royaux, and carried on, the sound, through the sounds of the rain and the wind, sweet tunes in the style Borlay. Float in the breeze. Beckoning you all to the reality that the Sweet Song Brandy Parlor is not too far away. A place known for nobles hobnobbing, and the game is always afoot.
I am absolutely gonna go to that. I will. Ooh. I'm just gonna wear the mask that I have. That is just like a simpler one that denotes somebody from the circle.
Okay.
Nice quality, but like, I'm not using my family's one.
Amara will fall in behind Ilian as often is her way when Ilian wanders out, but Amara doesn't have a mask. She's going in barefaced.
Michael, is Leon going to go?
Leon sees them preparing to leave and starts to get up and then thinks better of it and just sits back down and continues to drink.
Monsieur Hubert, are you not interested in meeting the nobles of the city?
I feel like I've seen enough ass hattery for one day. But you have fun.
I apologize for my surprise. I assumed your tolerance was endless.
No, my tolerance for the alcohol is fine. My tolerance for ass hattery is a little slim today.
Very well.
I wouldn't mind a little quiet time. Go have fun. Don't mind me.
Ilian kind of looks like they're gonna say something, and then decides to respect the boundary put up and skedaddles off.
The name
Oh,
of this
and
place
Amara.
again? Yes. Yes.
Oh, and Amara. Just watch, Ilian.
She gives you a little salute and says, "I always do. They're not too tricksy for me."
I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy off to go talk politics. I don't know why everybody's acting like something's gonna happen. I'm just a little guy.
But John,
That
what's the
would
name of
be-
this place that we're going again?
The let me look that up one more time. It is the Sweet Song Brandy Parlor.
Sweet, the Sweet Song Brandy Parlor.
Yep,
That's a long name. The Sweet Song Brandy Parlor.
it is a
Can't
long
fit
name.
that on a T-shirt. Got to put it on a whole sweatshirt.
It's
You
usually
know the
a
sweatshirt they sell
usually
in
a little
Battle Royale?
banner that they carry all around. You know, go to the joust with.
SSBP.
Yeah, let's go to this parlor.
The sub. It doesn't roll off the tongue well.
Okay. Leon, they both depart.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing?
Exactly what he said he was going to do. He is continuing to kind of just sit in the quiet. I'm assuming there's you. Is that the sound of rain I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yeah. So Leon's just listening to the rain hit the roof, sipping his alcohol, wishing he was anywhere else but in Valrio.
Do strains of all by myself. Don't wanna be.
No. It's all around me are
Yes.
familiar faces.
Oh my gosh.
I stand corrected. Excellent call, babe.
Go ahead and give me a perception check at.
Alright.
We're gonna set the difficulty at 13,
All right.
All of us?
just for Michael.
Just for Monsieur Hubert.
Monsieur Hubert.
All right, how do we do?
Let's see. 15. I got doubles with a 5 on the stunt die.
Yeah.
And 13. 16.
All right. The door to the loft that you have found yourself in is slowly opening. But you really don't. You hadn't heard anyone else approaching.
I warn you, I'm drunk, and that's it. I'm drunk.
A voice calls to you and says, "Monsieur Leon?" Young, playing with your mind for a brief moment in its Orlesian lilt. And stepping into the room is Valerie Dumont.
Oh.
Just out of curiosity, does Leon recognize Valerie at all? I don't believe they've met.
It's up to you. Her mother was the. I'm trying to remember. I believe that she worked at
I
the.
know-
Bakery.
Yeah, I know they were. I know they spent. She worked for the Moreau family. Right.
You may have actually seen her ever so often coming by. The mother, but not probably the daughter.
Okay.
Although she did have quite a interesting reputation in the town. So the daughter was known for being one of the unusual kids, one of the weird kids. She was always, if she wasn't walking around town with her, reading books, she was climbing trees and challenging boys to sword fights.
As she comes into the room, Leon just looks her up and down briefly and says, "Darling, if you're one of Lou's playthings, you're far too young for her. You should go."
It's strange you should have mentioned her. I just ran into her and she told me to come see you. And I'm nobody's plaything.
Why would she send you to me?
Because we were both breaking into the same place.
Excuse me?
Look, she told me I need to tell you something she sent me here. I don't know exactly what all you know, but my mother sent me to grab some plans for a device.
Your mother,
Yes. My
who is...
Lady Michelle Dumont, she worked for
the baker. Yes. She baked.
Yes, and she worked for Lord Moreau.
Yes, I knew I knew your mother. Not in that way, but I knew your mother.
She sent me to get what information they have, whatever plans they have about this device.
Why would your mother send you for plans?
I'm pretty good at that sort of thing. And so's my mother. Look,
I suppose I didn't know your mother as well as I thought.
I don't want to stay here too long. This place is,
Horrible.
well, rather dangerous.
That too.
And it's at that moment that you actually hear and see a figure and a shadow behind her with a sword raised. And
I'd like. Oh, okay.
let's go ahead and get some initiative rolled between you and me.
All right.
Why did we split the party?
All right.
Split the party.
I regret no actions. This is excellent.
Oh boy. Let's see where'd it go. Back to my character sheet. There it is. And that's cunning, right, John?
Yes, it is. All right. I'll pull up the exact directions.
Nope.
But,
Initiative is dexterity.
Yes, I
thank
thought
you.
it was
Thank you.
Dex.
Oh, that's fine for me.
Let me go up to the top of my directions for all this. There we go. Ooh, not terrible. I'm looking at a 19 on my initiative.
16 for Leon.
All right.
Not like he's
And
gonna one-shot her. He's not gonna one-shot her. It's fine. I need to stop.
no. All right. The figure lashes out with its weapon, slicing at Valerie. And that's a 1, 4, and a 2. So that is 7 plus 6. That is a 13, and that does not hit her. Slicing through her garment, she falls forward and is not hurt, but she does scream. The two of you will be acting on the same initiative. What are you going to be doing?
Well, I was sitting. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is jump up and throw this bottle at the motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, make your roll. I think that throwing's dexterity.
Yeah, it'll be a dex roll,
Yep.
I believe. Oh, that's 2, 2, 6, 14, 17, and I rolled. I got 2 doubles on the attack. It's a 2 on the stunt die.
Yep. All right. It hits.
Let's see here. Alright, so likely, I would say, is it maybe 1d4 for the bottle.
Yeah.
All right.
Where is it? Sorry, I'm having to pull up certain things for this.
All right.
All right, there we go.
All right, so that's going to be one more thing here. Let me pull that back up. Come here. Come on. I literally just closed my stunts guide by accident. I'm opening it back up.
I get it. How many points did you have for stunts?
I had 2 for stunts.
All right.
Which gives me... Where'd they go? Combat stunts. Boom. Yeah, I'll knock prone.
All right.
Oh, no, that's a melee attack. No, sorry, knock prone's a melee attack. It's
Oh.
not for... But I will... And that's also for melee. Come on. Mighty Blow. It's going to be a Mighty Blow with the bottle. I get an extra
Ooh,
D6.
Wow. Yeah.
Wait,
Steve, you got something?
I will
Yeah.
say, I think you can do a ranged attack. The next sentence is talking about anyone who's attacking a prone target. So any melee attack against a prone foe gains +1 bonus on the attack roll.
Oh,
so, like,
okay,
you're
got it.
calling to- so you could do that, but also
Ah,
Mighty Blow
yeah.
would be close hit too.
Yep.
Oh
that-
yeah, no. I think it makes more sense to use the bottle to like just knock him down than to hit him extra hard. It's a
All right.
bottle. All right, so yeah, so it's gonna be 2 points of damage, and with the stunt, I knock him prone. The bottle goes like flipping through the air, cracks him on the forehead, and just knocks him backward, like stumbles him backward. Puts him right on his
All
ass.
right.
He or she puts them on their ass.
So that will be your attack, movement action of any sort that you want to do, or any minor action.
Movement. The movement action is to jump up from the chair, grab my quarterstaff from where it's leaning against the wall,
Mhm.
and I should still have enough movement to like take up a position over the girl, like stand over her.
Okay. Whizzing past you, she is going to be throwing daggers. So let's see how she does with her
Maybe
first.
I should not have stood there.
She don't need no white knight.
So that's
She got
8,
this.
12.
Good.
So we got
We That's
4.
horrible at white knighting.
Got 4 on the stunt dice, and she does hit with a 16. So she is going to go ahead and roll damage on that attack, and then doing a lightning attack and throw a second dagger.
Hmm.
Oh. The dagger sinks into the individual's shoulder, and with the second one, hits. Stunt dice does not apply in this case, but they did roll doubles again. And on the damage dice, this one also strikes, burying in the individual's belly, but you can tell, Leon, that they are armored as the dagger strikes through the clothing. Luvia, you are outside and you hear the sound of the breaking glass coming from the room that y'all have been staying at.
And Leon is, as far as I know, I don't know the other two have left. So they are upstairs,
Yes,
and there are handholds on the building.
absolutely.
Yep.
All right, acrobatics. And that can go as your minor action if you want. I'm going to set a difficulty at a 15, and you can get right into the room.
17.
17, all right. Did you roll doubles or anything with that?
No, I did not.
All right. Let's go ahead. You are in the room. You can go ahead and make an attack.
And I see. Now I take that second to see Leon, see Valerie, see the individual on the floor still. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is going to give me a +1 to hit them. Is that right?
Let me double check. I think when a person is prone, it does help in melee. Yes. As long as you aren't trying to hit at ranged.
No, I just got that shiny dual weapon style to go with the rest of my stuff. I'm going to use it.
All right. Yeah, I like that a prone
18.
target. 18, nice. Hits. Yeah, prone target in Dragon Age gives a bonus to hit them in melee, but they get a bonus versus ranged because they're a smaller target.
7 points of damage at this particular time.
All right. So, top of initiative. If you want to go ahead and roll your initiative.
Yeah. Hold on. 8, 9, 13.
13? Okay. This individual is going to, seeing the tides turn, is going to throw something at the ground. Everybody go ahead and give me a dexterity check really quick.
Uh, 15.
All right.
15 as well.
Both of you managed to shield your eyes from a blinding flash as the individual now darts back out into the hallway. And they are going to be attempting to book it. So they're just going to try to run.
Well, I had knocked them prone, so
Yeah.
they
Oh,
used
sorry, they
movement
can't
to
run.
get up.
Yep, they are going to be getting up. So standing up is going to be their movement action. They can turn their other one, their major action, into a run. But
Okay.
so their minor action will be getting up.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I don't I don't mean to be a rules guy, but it does say prone character. Oh, but if they use their move to stand up, never mind. I rescind my unmute.
No worries. All right.
Watch out for Stevie. He's got laminated papers.
They're helpful. I don't blame them.
They are. Yeah.
And you know, it's
You can't close a laminated paper.
all right. Going to Michael for Leon. What is he doing?
All right. Leon is going to give chase down the hall.
All right.
And he's going to attempt to use his stave to hit this person again.
All right. Let's see.
They haven't taken off running yet. They're still standing up, yeah?
Well, standing up would be their minor action as part of a move, and
Oh, got ya.
Yep. And then I'm just making sure really quick on something here. So yeah, they did stand up, so they can take their movement action, which is going to be a run, which is double their speed. To keep up with them is a major action, so that is running.
All right, then.
Or you can attempt to, do something else, and then,
Unfortunately, Leon doesn't have his bow, so it's going to be major action. It's going to be the run.
All right. Which means we might end up going into a chase. For the young lady, she is not going anywhere. She did not make the save. She is wiping her eyes. So that goes to Luvia.
I guess I'm taking off with Leon, and we shouldn't still be that far from this dude, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's so running allows him to move double his action, which is whatever your speed is times 2 is the amount of squares, I believe, that you can actually move, or is it times
Right.
1.5? But altogether, it's not like he's running 60 feet. In this game, it's more closer to about, he's moving like about, trying to think of the entire number here. I mean, he'd be moving less than 15 squares.
What I want to do is, since Leon has his staff in his hand, I just want to, hopefully
As
with my
always.
acrobatics, throw myself at this guy's feet and hopefully knock him off his feet with my body weight, and hopefully using the acrobatics to come back up standing instead of myself also being prone.
All right, let's go ahead and get that acrobatics check. And I'm going to set the difficulty.
22 and 6 points on the whatchamacallit.
All right. On the scent die?
Mm-hmm.
My God. Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to use them for. I just want to come up standing, and that's all I care about right at the moment. Because I can't make an attack. My major action was the charging, and then I just threw myself into him.
Okay. Again.
Oh yeah, knock prone. I can knock him prone again.
There you go. You'll knock him prone. He'll have to spend time getting up, but technically that means that
he's now between us, right?
Leon.
You could also threaten him.
No, yeah, good one. Good one. Good call. Good call. Yeah, it would be. I'll try it. I don't have intimidation, so we'll see what comes out of that. But it's against his willpower, so we'll see.
All right.
7, 8, 10 is all I got.
He sadly does not feel intimidated. He rolled 10 on the dice before even adding stat. All right. But it's the two of you with him. And he pulls a nasty-looking sword, serrated edge.
But he's laying on the ground, right?
Yep.
All right. I think is that Does that take us back to the top of the order? Or?
Back to the top of the order, which technically, Michael, you said you were running. Did you want to do anything with that half action or your minor action last round before we move on?
I don't really think I have anything I can do.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well.
Double checking, minor actions. Yeah, no, I don't really think I don't have anything I want to do. Nope.
How about because we have not used it, press the attack.
Okay. Looks good.
Because
I'm declaring. Well, I'll declare obviously this shadowy figure as my enemy combatant.
all right. Yeah. Press the attack, which is a very useful skill or minor action in this case. You stand ready to pursue an enemy if they should fall back or flee from your blow. Declare an adjacent enemy combatant when you do this action. Until the beginning of your next turn, if that enemy moves away from you, you may immediately move up to your speed in yards in direct pursuit of that enemy at no additional cost in action. So, very useful minor action. And it's immediate. So, I would recommend...
Hopefully he will not be running again.
He draws his sword and he just looks at the two of you. Well, you gonna come at me or is this over?
If you drop the blade, it's over.
Over in what way? I will not be captured.
Oh no, you won't be captured. You'll just give yourself up.
To what end?
Oh, we'll have a nice talk over what's left in my glass in the other room.
You certain that's a wise choice? I could, after all, just call for the guards. You are aware that the young lady was caught stealing something, or would be caught stealing something in that case.
The challenging part would be finding a witness if you call the guards.
I would love to say she was with me all night. And as I'm sure Monsieur Hubert would say the same. 2 against 1. Pet.
I will not be taken. And he's going to lash out, attempting to strike.
Okay.
Alright. We'll say he lashes out at you, Leon.
All right.
Trying to strike with a 17.
Not to be overly heroic or anything, I'm standing between him and the stairs. Would he not more likely attack me than Leon?
But Leon was snarky at him.
You know what? Let's roll even or odds. Call it.
You choose, Michael.
Odd.
Odd. Alright. I rolled a 4, so it does a strike at Revna. So,
Me
All right.
personally. Shit.
yes, at you
Comes
personally.
through the screen. The only one with a weapon in arm's length.
Alright. But striking out at you. Let me go. I'll go ahead and re-roll the attack. Because the previous one. Oh. Well. Well. If only doubles mattered in this case, I've rolled a 10.
He still didn't hit me.
Yeah. Alright. For
Aw.
his minor action.
Oh, did your sword go limp, pet?
They'll guard up. Alright, so, yeah. Next up in initiative order would be Michael.
Right.
What are you going to do?
And do try to strike him with the staff again. That's better. 12, 15.
14 or up is going to hit.
Yeah, 15. Where'd it go? 18.
18 is going to hit. Remember that you are aware this individual is wearing armor at this point.
Yep. 2d6 plus 1.
Which is why
11 points. with the
11 points
staff.
damage. Did you have
Yep.
any stunt points or anything in that?
I did not have any stun points to spend.
All right, so you feel
Nothing fun.
yeah, the blade hits and digs into the flesh. You can feel it as it breaks through the armor, but not enough to do any serious injury.
So remember, I'm quarterstaff.
Oh, sorry.
Thunk. Thunk.
Rev for Luvia.
Mm-hmm. Twink. Hopefully. 15, 21 to hit.
21
with five
hits.
five
Oh.
stunt points.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm gonna use Pierce Armor that Michael and I both get to use for 1 stunt point. What's the other one? Is that? I guess at that point I'm going to Mighty Blow and.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do Mighty Blow twice?
You know, I think Mighty Blow actually in the write-up says that you can't.
That's okay.
I mean, otherwise I would
Okay.
say heck yes, but I believe in the.
Okay, in that case, then I'm gonna do Disarm as
All
well
right.
because I had 5. So there we go. That is.
And because he
8,
guarded up,
19.
he loses. He's bad at rolls right now, isn't he?
Yeah,
Mhm.
11 points of damage.
All right. He is disarmed, and you strike him very well, knocking his armor down, and
And knocking him on his ass.
looking at the two of you,
Try me again, pet.
desperation in his eyes.
Do you yield?
I will not be taken.
Then you die today.
Will you buy your blade above mine? This is where it ends. And, is anybody going to try and do anything else before we go top of initiative?
Ask him who he works for. I'm not there. But I ask.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna tell us that until we beat him down a little bit more, honestly. Unless you think he will,
Yeah.
Michael.
No, I don't think I have anything that's going to persuade him.
And
Well-
Leon, her face right now is, I mean, there is murder in her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Leanne does not seem bothered.
But this would be different to other combats where it's just fighting. She actually has
okay.
murder in her eyes.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Then that will take Leanna back a little bit. Lou's usually more controlled.
So he will attempt to get up off his feet, or back up onto his feet. And he is going to try for an acrobatics, jumping for the staircase.
I'm gonna try to jump.
Yep.
God, I wish I could nut shot him on the way past.
So
How high can he jump?
Yeah, how high can he jump? I'm like 5'9".
yep. Just try to jump between you and the wall or something. If you would like to
Parkour.
try to strike him, I would allow it in
Mhm.
this case. So,
Uh-huh.
yep.
Does that mean Leon gets to
Parkour.
hit him from behind as well?
I'll let it go, yeah, because, I mean, there's this desperation, and he has no weapon. He did roll he rolled a 20 to make that jump, so he did make the jump, but I will let y'all attack him as he's trying to get away.
Come on, dice.
I rolled a 20 also, and 4 stunt points, so I'm again going to penetrate his armor and again knock him prone.
Nice. Give me that
Oh.
damage.
I got
Ooh.
15 exactly with no doubles.
All right.
9 points.
There we go.
And that is a super weak hit. That's only going to be 6 points of damage.
And he just like
From
face
Leon.
plants on the stairs.
Right. He grunts and kind of stutters from the hits that he's taken and lands on the stairs, rolling to the bottom, looking up at the two of you. Blood pouring
Like-
from his mouth.
I say like rolling uncontrolled.
Yes.
Like he
Okay.
might take falling damage.
Yes. And looking up at the two of you, heavily wounded,
Told you you'd die today, boy.
he smiles and says 3 words. For the Cirrus. And an effect that you are quite familiar with happens all over again.
No, his
Mhm.
little false tooth thing.
Yeah, his eyes begin to boil, his skin, and froths at the mouth. Yes, oh. Yes, Rev.
As he starts to do that, as he's already made it too late and he's gonna die, you do realize we're gonna search you and find everything on you. We will find her. Bye.
And he expires. And we're going to go ahead
Miserable shit.
and take a break at this point.
All right.
So, visitors out there, thank you so much. Mooncrow, congratulations, Farland, on your subscription. 34 months on our subscription list, so thank you so much. And Alu at Walking, so glad to have you back. We're really happy to have our fans out there who come out and watch Dragon Age. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, so we will see you then. All right, be right back, everyone. And we return. Hello, everyone. This is John here with Rook and Rasp, and we are playing Dragon Age tonight. Our group has just survived a interaction with another member of the Crows, I believe it is. So, Rev and Michael.
Lou's gonna make good on what she said and start searching and check for hollow heels in his boots, check all of his pockets.
Okay.
Leon is heading back to the room to see if our guest is still there.
All right. So, for Luvia, you're going to find quite a bit on him. You find a series of weapons as well as what look like torture implements, some small amount of money, and after going through, you find a hidden pocket with a note.
Mm-hmm.
The note for you details, or the note on this individual details, that they have allowed the Chantry to capture a copy of their Ori is how they even describe it, with the intent to draw out the enemies of the Crows and to be watching the chapel for those who may be acting against them and to then eliminate them.
It's like a honeypot, but with stars.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly they saw Valerie, but they didn't see me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
With that, though, Michael, you make it back to the room.
Mm-hmm.
The window hangs open, and she is not in there. A hastily penned note sits on the table, and it says, "I must warn my mother." But
Leon nods in understanding.
there is the stack of papers that she had created or taken herself, which describe the Ori as well. That is left there.
Hmm. Lou, darling, you left us a gift.
Lou's gonna head back upstairs, pull out the oil case, and chuck it with the other documents. I'm gonna go find the others. And she literally goes out the window.
They went to some party. Bring back more liquor.
Back more liquor.
I'll just stay here then.
Oh, Leon.
So much.
You find them following out as you exit the window.
Actually.
Oh, no,
I'm
okay.
not actually going after them. I'm going to the floating market.
Oh.
Fucking liar pants.
Ooh.
All right. Well, let's
Trixie.
put a pin in that just for a moment, and I'm going to at least go to them for a moment.
I would like to send a message with one of the stable hands to them that they need to come back to the room and talk to Leon.
Okay. So that said,
Leon did not remember the name of the place they went. Honestly, Leon was drinking when they told him. Leon just knows they went to a party.
Oh, never mind then. Then I wouldn't have sent a message.
Yes, go find a party in
Excellent.
Valorado.
Right?
so for Amara and for
I just can't stop picturing while this is all happening and she's like, "You'll die tonight." Ilian's like, "The reason you need a mask mask is it becomes your face, Amara. You can't just show up to an event like this maskless.
I
It
just,
is
but
who
I
you
don't,
are.
but I don't have a mask. Like, I don't know. Do you have an extra mask? Can I borrow a mask?
You want to borrow my face?
Okay, you're making it weird, or not Ilian, Mage Toussaint, you don't have to make it weird.
It's too late to go to a mask shop, I assume, right?
Yes. Now I will. Now here's the fun part.
I feel like that's the moment the narrator kicks in, but he made it weird.
I do think let's get a this needs a lore check. Let's
Ooh.
go for. Do you have any form of local lore or a courtly lore?
I don't, but I mean I have a lore talent, so if I do well, I'll get extra stuff. But I just have arcane.
Not even culture lore.
I picked arcane lore over cultural lore. Magic boy.
Wow.
Do my best here, sir.
Well, cunning check
I'm happy
either
to roll.
way. Cunning check at a 13.
Ooh, I hit it right on a 13.
I got a 15.
Oh, well then you're both going to realize this. And that is that in Orlais, it is common for people serving a house to wear the mask of the house they're serving. So, if Amara were to wear your mask, or a mask representing you, she would be showing that she is serving you.
Fuck.
Looks, serving looks.
Oh, Ilian, you petty bitch.
No, so like Templar and training Pellier. Let me think. Let me explain. If you wear my mask, it is the quality that would not befit a servant of the house, and it would imply that you were a member of my family, and I don't have permission to do that.
You need permission for your own name? I already serve you. I protect you.
You protect Mage Toussaint of the Gishlane Circle. You do not protect Ilian Toussaint, eldest child of the Toussaint family.
She looks really frustrated and she says, fine. And she turns to someone on the street, like some rando walking by, shoves him in the chest and says, give me your mask.
Okay.
I want to intimidate. Can I use strength to intimidate because I'm big and buff?
Give me your mask.
Yes.
Intimidate is strength, I think.
Yes, intimidation
Oh my
is
God.
strength.
Oh, I'm crying.
That is a 13.
I'm gonna do a roll off. This isn't. Yeah.
Do we have a roll from the chat by any
Ooh.
chance?
What'd you get?
I don't
You've been
know.
rolling hot, John. You've been
I
rolling
rolled
hot.
an 11. And they scream, hold out the mask to you, and run into the night.
Excellent. I take the mask, I put on the mask. It's like of like an otter or some shit. And she's like, fine, okay? Fine.
Mara, it is not that I don't think you don't deserve it. You spend a lot of time hitting things with your big sharp stick, right? Yes. You're always out practicing and training. Yeah. This kind of thing is like that for what I do. So while I know you
I'm
think
not
it's
gonna
silly,
idiot.
I know you're not an idiot. Like, I don't think you grasp the subtleties quite yet. Trying to be nice, but I'm bad at it.
Ooh.
I think Amara like crosses her arms and goes, "Have we at least resolved the problem of the mask?" And she gestures to what she's wearing. Now,
I do have to ask, is it appropriate?
I mean,
Is she I
So,
have to check.
I was curious, because of course I am. And I went to go look up and see if otters were common heraldry in French aristocracy. And
They
so,
are in
welcome to the Freitas family.
awesome. Freitas, you got
Yeah, and so yeah, it's a lovely. Yeah, they've got some nice heraldry going here, and they
Now,
are
would I
very distantly related to the Queen.
know
Extremely
that
distant.
family?
Oh yeah.
Does my family have any issues or relationship with that family?
Since you've already made the roll, I'm gonna go ahead and say that not so much, but you know that just the idea of someone not of their family wearing their mask, they would never dare acknowledge such a thing. So at least Amara is safe doing this.
Mara, this is perfect. You picked a great mask, because the family would be too terrified to admit that somebody took a mask, so we're great. Okay. On to the event.
Amara sighs utterly and follows Alien.
No! I didn't sign up for otter puns. Not holding your hand.
Oh
Amara
no!
actually,
The otter's
Amara
holding
actually
it.
has a mask, but it's in her otter armor.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Clam it. So we go to a party.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we go to the Sweet
So-
Song Brandy Parlor.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy
SSPP.
All right. Both of you are going to. I'm gonna say we're gonna get a couple rolls in here. First, both of you need to make cunning checks at 13.
All right.
I hit 13 again. I did get doubles with a 4 on the stunt die.
Ooh.
Nice.
I also hit 13.
Is it okay if I hold it to see what we're actually walking into?
You're being sized up.
Okay.
This is the Gossip Central.
Yeah.
Everybody's trading stories and saying things, cutting comments about certain people, the length of certain hems, whether or not a person is currently in fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I would like to use sway the crowd
mhm.
for my stunt points. I'm not trying to make like a splash, but just very calm, elegant, nodding at the right points, kind of like acknowledging, like clearly pointing out like who's important in the room and acknowledging them respectfully, and then like kind of making like just coming across as a competent player is what I'm trying to like
All right.
do.
Both of you make a communication check of etiquette.
I gotta focus in that. Yeah. This reason.
And I'll give you a bonus of 2 for all the work that you put in on the previous roll with your stunts.
What is the
For-
what is the test?
I'm putting this
Etiquette.
one at a 15.
I got a 15.
Do I get that +2 as well, or
Sadly,
is it just alien?
just alien.
Alien. Okay, so that is only a 10.
Alien, you begin to notice that some of their comments are about this obvious upstart in the otter mask. And they're all wondering, who in the world is this from the Freitas family? And why are they wearing such garish boots out of season?
Darling, who is that giantess?
Yeah.
Oh,
If
no,
Alien,
I'm
you
so
might be
happy.
close. Alien, you might be close enough, but you can see Amara like blush or like flush in embarrassment.
All right. And then finally, willpower.
Willpower. Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch! I don't have a good willpower.
And this one is going to be at the 13.
Well,
13 again.
13 again.
7.
7. All right. Alien, it's a little too much for you. You want
Yeah,
to
no, that
leave.
makes sense. Yeah, no, I hate this. Oh my god. Ilian is, they have not been in this space since before they came to the circle, and what they remembered as like an adrenaline rush and excitement is souring and twisting into just like dread and discomfort and feeling out of place and wrong. And Ilian is a circle mage who knew that looking weak would get you killed, and so they contain it okay. Like, probably Amara will notice. You can tell me if the other nobles do, but like definitely they usually are fairly good in control of their tells. But Amara probably notices like that their hands start to shake a little bit, and they are definitely like checking exits. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah. Amara leans down. Because how tall is Ilian?
We're rocking a 5'4".
Excellent. Okay.
We're-
I'm like 6'2".
I'm a little guy. I'm a
Yep.
little guy. You're almost a foot taller than me.
So I lean down and I whisper so no one else can hear. Mage Toussaint, we can leave at any time. There's plenty of places to get more liquor for Leon.
That may be best.
Okay.
And try to make a graceful exit. I don't know if you'll let me do that with that really shitty willpower roll.
Willpower, you had the etiquette and everything else. So you managed to make your exit quietly.
And I would like to not do it immediately because I don't want to like come in and then leave because people will notice that. But after like an appropriate amount of time that seems to drag on to infinity, we can go.
All right. And I'm actually going to recommend that you and Elian, Amara, and Leon, we might do an off-site scene for all of you meeting back up. So,
All right.
and I'm
I
going to.
will say.
Mhm.
Oh no, that's okay.
No, please.
I was just gonna say that like as soon as we are like away and there's no one basically I want to try to find a place that is quiet that people cannot see us, that is safe, and then basically shut down, like just an internal panic attack, but not one that, but just
I think, and has Amara seen Ilian shut down like this before?
No. They are very private with this.
So I imagine you're like sitting on like a bench, like we're in some like small courtyard of some sort,
Yeah.
like off to the side. Amara will go and sit next to Ilian. Not too close, still like giving like some space.
Mm-hmm.
And sit there for a while in silence as whatever is going on with Ilian is going on. And Amara says, God, is everything all right?
No. But it will be. Just I've never done that without my brother.
How did it feel?
With him, it's easy as breathing. But that was a lifetime ago, and another person. Let us go see if Monsieur Hubert has managed to use the entire bottle effectively.
Amara sits there for like a moment longer, before looking up at Ilian and says, "I think you did a
Looking
good
down.
job." No, Amara's still sitting. Amara
Oh.
hasn't gotten up. And Amara says, "I think you did a good job."
That is incredibly kind. Templar Pallier. Unfortunately, good is not what we're shooting for. We will get there.
Amara nods and stands up. And I like to imagine like watching Ilian and Amara's backs as they like walk, and there's like lights coming down, so they're like backlit a little bit, and you hear Amara say, "Do you think the guy I took this mask from is gonna report me?"
Oh God, no. The guy you took this mask from has been seen at a bar wearing shoes 3 years out of fashion. I imagine they'll be out of Val Royaux by the morning.
Cool, and that'll be a good a good stopping place.
All right. Going back to Luvia.
3 years.
3 years
3
out of
years
fashion.
out of fashion.
That's embarrassing.
Amara's like, "I can't believe my shoes were in fashion at some point."
It cycles,
Like, that
man.
is-
It cycles. It cycles. Ooh, sorry.
All right. So, for Luvia, getting to the floating market. How are we going about this?
I imagine there are water taxis out to it,
Mm-hmm.
because the nobles wouldn't want to dare be seen rowing a boat, I'm sure. Is there anyone wearing a mask in the streets who happens to be drunk enough that I might be able to walk by and take it off their face?
Let's go ahead and just do a
Just
perception
stealing
check at
people.
11. At 11, because yes, it's Val Royaux, and yes, there's drinking, and yes.
15. 18.
All right. Yeah, you definitely find one. Uh, we'll worry about the heraldry and everything with it later, but yes, you definitely find a
A
mask.
wolf. It's a wolf.
There you go. And you find your way to a water taxi.
And
He does request a little bit extra. With the storm and everything else, it's a little bit dangerous, but they're willing to take you.
no problem.
And they point
Dead
out
dude in the hallway's paying for it, so.
they point out the floating market, because of the storm, has actually moved in a little bit closer to shore and anchored. So it's not nearly as far out as it usually is. And they'll be able to get you there fairly quickly. So you find yourself approaching a series of 6 vessels. Trade ships, one of which quite large, flagship. You might even be familiar with it. But in the storms and in the darkness, obviously a little bit hard to tell like which ship is which necessarily. But you arrive, and there is a large cargo netting over the side to allow for the easiest method to board as the vessel moves in the storm.
No
And
problem. I'll happily climb up.
and you find yourself on this deck now. Imagine all these ships, these 6 ships out here, and they've also moved away from each other, but there are very rudimentary rope bridges linking them. Like animal fat-based torches that have been illuminated and are along the sides of the ship. So the ships themselves, the deck is a little bit dark, but the edges, and there are some shops that aren't really open, but you can see where they have like the canvas set up, and it's like small shops on the decks of these ships that have been just moved about, and you watch as they all move, along in the waves. This literal floating market.
Nice. I'm going to step into a shadow, take the mask off, and put my bandana back on and pocket the mask. Because I was only using it for the water taxi or whatever. And see if I can find anyone to ask about De Guzman.
De Guzman? Yeah, no. Flagship, that way.
Gracias.
And you see still the ship's moving, and I'm guessing you're going to head that direction?
Yeah.
The rain soaks your bandana, and people, recognize your features there, of course. A few of them are speaking to you in your native tongue. They're acknowledging at least that you have a position amongst their people, even though they can't really tell who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Coming closer and closer. You basically have to pass from the ship that you arrived on and go on to 2 more before you finally arrive at this flagship. 120 feet of deck from one end to the other. A very large ship, designed for traveling the world.
And again, find somebody and ask for De Guzman.
I think it's down below someplace. All the shops have closed up. Is there something you're looking for?
Personal business. Could you fetch him? That would be good. And I'll take a couple of silver out and put them in my hand. Like I'm playing with them.
Yeah, I can get them. Yeah, they hold out their hand.
Blink.
Don't know if he's going to be very happy when he comes up here, but yeah. Just wait a moment. You're standing on the deck for roughly about 10 minutes before three figures emerge from below decks, coming up through one of the doorways. And two of them kind of branch out to the sides, and one of them walks across the deck, stands in front of you. And who exactly are you? What do you need?
And again, speaking to him in my native language, a little bird told me that you had information for me.
Maybe? What exactly are you here about?
Information on the murder of one of our Cirruses.
He takes a moment and looks at you very hard. Are you making any attempt to hide your appearance?
No.
I can't believe it. What exactly are you doing here?
I'm pretty sure I just said that, but I can repeat it for you. I want to know
I
who killed her.
Orlais.
Well, long story. I wish the hell I wasn't in Orlais, but here I am.
You know, they trade stories about you. They say that, well, say a lot of things, I guess. But they say Daniela Reyes Ruiz haunts the shadows still of Ravinia.
Indeed, she does.
Let's get below deck, if that's all right. We don't have to go too far, but I don't exactly want to be out in this rain.
I don't exactly want to be put in a position where I can be ambushed either. I'm sure you could appreciate that position.
Are you certain that you want to know who killed your mother? You're absolutely certain?
Yeah, because I know it wasn't me.
You're all right, wasn't you?
Yeah, I know.
It was quite interesting, but there's a lot of strings in this. I can tell you who the blade belonged to. You're looking
She
for
doesn't say anything, she just stares at him.
You're looking for a seeker. But the fact of the matter is that seeker would never have found their way into Ravani or into her home without someone else's help.
Do we know who helped the Seeker? And who the Seeker is?
I know they're in Orlais, somewhere here. You'll have to, as far as I know, you're going to have to go to their temple or their headquarters here and see if you can find it yourself. We just know that they came from here. At least the orders came from here. As far as who the Raveni who aided your mother, or who aided her end, we know that they're in the pocket of the new new Cirrus in Ravani. That's a dangerous game to play.
Don't I know it? I've been living it.
Hmm. It's interesting though. Doesn't make a lot of sense for for a seeker to find their way all the way to Ravani, even to kill, to kill Cirrus, even though they are technically enemies. Something else is going on. It's too
There's a lot
specific.
of things going on.
It's too specific a hit.
Very. And they clearly set it up, so I would take the fall for it.
They're setting up a lot of people. I can't find my way back there.
Beg pardon?
I can't go back to Ravani myself.
Oh,
Supposedly it was my dagger. And they're looking at you across the deck with that.
it was your dagger found in my mother's chest.
They're arranging for anyone that can challenge anything to not be able to step foot there. So I'm here now.
You'll forgive me. But why would I believe that you're not the one who put it in her chest? She's not necessarily threatening him, she's just asking.
Look, you believe what you want to believe. If you want to challenge me, you can challenge me. I can tell you this much with as much certainty as you have. I'm not the one who put the dagger in her.
So who set you up? Same people?
Same people. Only thing I have to show for it is that I don't have my dagger.
Oh, I have it.
Why do you have it?
I took it out of my mother's chest.
So you were there.
Yeah, I was drunk and passed out in the room beside. I woke up and found my mother dead.
A dagger could probably clear my name in the right hands.
Hmm? Possibly. But that would mean me going back to Ravane, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
What will it cost to get me the dagger?
It's gonna cost your assistance to find the people that set us both up then, isn't it? Seems quite simple, actually. We're both flapping in the wind here.
Where do we start?
This headquarters, I suppose.
Look, I don't... You tell me what you want to go deal with the Seekers. I'm not stepping foot anywhere near that building. We need something else. We need somebody on the inside. Do you understand what they are?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Hmm. I might have an in.
Color me intrigued.
And then color you uninformed. I'm not going to put this person in unnecessary danger and float their name around for the fun of it. You could appreciate that, I'm sure.
Loyalty goes
Just
a long
like you
way.
have two men stood over there ready to back you up if necessary. I didn't come here to kill you. I came here because Leo So told me you had information for me.
Hmm.
And her, I trust.
Okay. We have a price. We have an agreement. I help you how I can. We clear our names. Deal?
Deal.
I extend a hand after spitting in it.
Yeah, same. You have men in town, or only out here?
I have a couple men in town. It's a little bit dangerous. We're having to pay off a few people in the alienage. They have a little bit more of a grasp on the underworld there.
That's not what I'm looking for. I just need to know that a certain circle mage stays safe.
We can definitely do that.
Yeah, Mage Julian Toussaint. Master Leon Hubert. And Amara Pellier. I don't want them caught in the fallout.
Okay? That's easy enough.
That's it. Backup should they be attacked. In any way.
It's going to take a week. We're working it out.
Not a...
We've got we're making some deals. And that'll let us keep, feet there in the shadows.
Excellent. Other than that, do you have a spare bunk for the night?
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to need something dry and you're going to need something wet. Hey! And he calls out and somebody runs over with a bottle of Ravani ale.
Well, I was thinking courtesans, but I'll take that too.
Stays better on the boat trips. It's hard to keep the other refrigerated.
Yeah, facts. Tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
Azure, what do you know? Or Azul? Azure?
Azul?
I have it written down correctly. Yeah. Involved in this or no?
Very good chance they are.
That name's come up in my own investigation, just so you know.
Watch out for them. They're moving in circles that I'm not a part of. There's, like, when I say there are bigger things going on, the name Azul is popping up everywhere.
Popped up in our own investigation as well into matters totally unrelated to my and your predicament. You are aware of what happened in Valdus?
What exactly?
I'll tell him the stuff about Lord Moreau and that sort of thing. I'm gonna leave out about the tapestry and stuff like that, but the political stuff I'll tell him. Stuff that I think would be potentially useful to him. Though, potentially, should you need an inn there, the Kunari, who is the secretary to the mayor or whatever, doesn't seem to be particularly happy with his boss.
Not surprising. I don't think many Canaries stay happy in a place where, the Chantry and the Templars hold most power.
Do you bloody blame him?
No. Well, at least none of their people have decided to join them.
No, it would go against the Kun.
Let's get out of this rain. Whether or not you want to come with me to do that, it's up to you, but I get tired of this, and in the morning when the chill comes, it's death.
Fair. Let's drink some rum in the warmth.
All right. So, you're planning to stay the night on the ship. Will you be going back in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, but it's storming, and there's a storm coming in. It didn't seem like it would be a great idea to take a boat back.
Okay.
And it's late. It's late as hell.
All right. Well, we can actually go ahead, and I'll leave it up to you, Michael, and Stevie and Frankie, if you want to have your scene now, or if you'd rather do it offline for the three of you meeting up before dawn.
I'd like to do it here if we can.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then I pass the microphone to you.
Just to be very clear, when we make our way back, is there a dead body still in the hallway?
Indeed.
Yeah,
Unless
I
something.
didn't move it.
Sees that
Cool.
and takes off running.
Yeah, no,
Towards the-
immediate panic.
Immediately panic. Immediately.
And slams open the door. Looks. What's Leon doing?
Leon is doing his best to clean up the glass that's in the kind of in the entryway.
Buddy.
Yeah. So Amara's like, Leon, what? There's a body. Are you? What happened?
I'm fine. Lou is fine. We had a brief visitation from a young woman who worked for someone, a baker, I think, for the Moreaus, an older woman.
Dumont?
I knew her
Valerie
mother. Yes. But yeah, the girl is fine. We're all fine. The man is dead. Morven Crow, or Antivin Crow. Sorry. And do you have any liquor?
No.
Did you bring anything with you?
No.
How was the
Found a
party?
mask.
Fine. Amara embarrassed her family, and it was hysterical. Not my family, so it's fine.
Well, congratulations.
Good job, Amara.
Amara. Yes.
Great work.
Apparently,
Um,
my boots are offensive.
Your boots
Your
aren't
what are offensive?
My
Your
boots.
boots aren't offensive. They're out of fashion.
Boots. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
Yes, BOOT. Yes, thank you, Leon. Amara's like, okay, so if everyone's okay, what should we do with the body? We are guests here at Bon Voyage or whatever. Like,
What do you
Grand
make face?
Voyage.
yeah,
Le
What do
Grand
you like my
Voyage.
name?
Le Grand Voyage. We're guests here. I'm sure they don't want us dropping bodies places. What do we do with this?
I mean, I feel odd if we would say it's ours. We can just wait for someone to find it.
And then act surprised?
Well,
Yes!
I'm sure you took a good look. Lou removed anything of consequence from the body, so there's no way to identify the person themselves. And as you can see, the place where their mouth was is a little disfigured.
Yes, no, the blood and all.
Yes.
Okay.
I would be more concerned of us being found moving a body than a body
Indeed,
being found near
Indeed.
our room.
indeed.
That's a fair point.
Leon, you said Lou was okay. Where is she?
Lou said she was going to find you, but clearly Lou was not telling me the truth.
Or something happened to Lou on the way to us?
No, Lou is perfectly fine, I assure.
It was literally. Leon, there is a body of an Antivan crow in the hallway, which
Indeed.
means that there are more, and one could have followed Lou.
One could have followed Lou. You're absolutely right. But when have we seen them working in anything other than solo efforts? Yes?
I just,
They sent one person. Clearly, that person failed and is laying at the bottom of a stairway with half their face melted off. I don't have any liquor. And Lou is off gallivanting
Who's
around doing whatever.
Leon, focus. I understand the liquor's important, but Lou is absent after a murder attempt.
Lou is a grown and very capable woman
I
who is
don't-
likely performing some performing some kind of shady activity, trying to find some information or do something, maybe getting revenge for something. It's difficult to say, but I would like some liquor.
Amara steps in and is like, okay.
Okay,
Regardless-
okay.
Okay. Regardless of whether or not Lou is out doing her own business, or maybe something has befallen Lou, does anyone know even the first place we would look to try to find her?
Probably with her people.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. I was not expecting an answer, I'll be quite frank.
Why do you think I am not worried? I'm sure Lou went to go visit some of her Ravani kinfolk.
How about
Are
this?
there
How about
Ravani in Valroyo?
There are Ravani
Right.
everywhere.
Yes, but
Well, Ilia's
Leon,
gonna
I
punch
understand
Leon.
it's been a whole hour since you've had a drink, but that's not my fault.
Oh no, it's only been about 30 minutes. So there was some left in the glass after I threw the bottle.
Fantastic.
I've
I know
been-
it's
I've
been
been- I've been
30
nursing it.
minutes.
I've been nursing it, I've been sipping it. It's very good, but
It's also not my fault.
Lou was supposed to bring back some more.
See,
why don't-
now we all miss Lou.
So Amara's gonna be like, how about I keep watch tonight to see if Lou comes back? Because we are in no shape to go out now in the like we can't.
Why did she take off on her own after?
Is it too late for you to go
Crow
back to the
attack.
party and get some libations?
Yes.
Bring some back, perhaps.
We can stop by a bodega.
A bodega.
Do they have bodegas in Valroyo?
Yeah, I
Survey
need a
says-
breakfast sandwich.
And
No.
do we have to pay 5 times the price to get the thing?
Hey, if you go to the right bodega, if you go to like a good bodega, you'll get it.
Okay.
If watching the Food Network and the underground markets of LA, oh yes, there are bodegas everywhere.
Noted.
So Amara will briefly step out, walk like a block, and grab some like bottom
Why?
shelf.
Wait, is Amara
Why are
gonna
you
approach
making-
someone on the street and be like, "Give me your booze"?
No, we have
Leon,
like
why are you?
It worked for the mask.
it did
Leon,
work.
why are you making Amara get you alcohol?
I didn't make that wonderful, towering woman do anything for me. I simply asked for some, and she went and did it.
So is there someone walking
Amara
by who
is
does have a
kind. Maybe you should take a lesson.
bottle? I want to take a bottle.
Maybe I should take a lesson on kindness. Is that where we're at right now? That's what you said. Is that what you meant, Monsieur Hubert?
Careful. There's glass down there.
I don't know.
That is what I said, and I am a little bit ornery at the moment. It has not been a good day. I've was attacked in our own room by some ruffian who's now dead at the bottom of the stairway. I wasted my only bottle of liquor on him. The young woman left some papers that Lou threw into an oil case and ran off with.
No, I didn't. I left it on the bed.
Threw into an oil case and left on the bed. There's papers. Why don't you read? I will pine for alcohol, and we'll both wait for Amara to return.
Don't distract me with research. Leon,
It's
I have
papers. You like papers. There's papers.
Leon, I have seen you without alcohol post-murder, and you are never this mean. What's wrong?
I fucking hate Valrayo. I do not want to be here, but we have to be here. So I am doing my best to tolerate this godforsaken pit of a shithole. I'm sorry
Oh,
that I'm not putting it more kindly.
Leon, just because my happies or memories are from this place doesn't mean that everyone's are. You don't. I'm not. I'm not personally offended if you hate it here.
I I'm very glad to hear that because I do indeed hate it here, and I do not wish to offend.
Amara comes in, and she holds
And-
up a bottle, and she says, "It's called Malibu. I found some Malibu."
Ah, yes, from the Floridian region. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I was really, really hoping you would say 2 Copper Charles.
I
was so-
believe. I believe it's a clear rum, and I believe it has the flavor of coconut.
Oh yes, the coconut.
Yes. Yes.
Coconut.
Tastes
I
nothing
would
like
be
nuts or
happy-
cocoa.
I'll be happy to take that off your hands, Amara, if you're tired of carrying it. It looks heavy.
How kind. And she hands it over.
Well,
In a very with skill, Leon literally like his thumb just pops the cork.
yeah, he does.
Would anyone else care for some?
No, thank you. I will do research, as apparently that is what is needed from me. I will start digging.
All right. I'm going to be calling for a magic check.
For me? Oh, I love you. Is it a certain? Is there a focus? I'm guessing I couldn't argue this is creation magic. No, I couldn't. All right.
It will play a part in it, but your difficulty is a 19.
Fuck, man. Do we have
It's
a
not
roll in the chat?
impossible. Yeah. Does anybody want one out there in chat? I know that a certain person named Mooncrow loves to hear their name, Mooncrow.
Even if I got the focus and creation magic, it's a 14.
All right. Hold on 1 second. I'll give them a moment. There it is. Well,
Really?
go. Yep.
Okay, this has been blessed by a moon and a crow, and those are very spooky and good things, and so it'll be great.
You got another one. If you need it.
It's a 16.
What is the? I want to ask. What is the highest you can actually roll?
If I got
Hmm?
6.
There's
Oh,
a third.
Yep. I'll let you use them.
The
We're at the end of the
crowd
show.
really wants you to get this.
Okay.
We're at the end of the.
Do
We're
I
at the end
have
of the
to
night.
roll
Yeah.
with? I need a 14. Is it at
On the
base,
dice.
A 14
There you go.
total on the dice. I got a 14 on the dice. Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
All
I don't know how it
right.
work, but thank you, internet gods, for small pittance. I am but a small boy,
All right.
just a little guy.
So as you begin to work through it all. Oh, there we go. Looking at the various portions of what it is. It is not a star chart. It is not celestial bodies. But it is. It is not. It is the singular one celestial body. moving away from itself in multiple directions, as if propelled or recreated. And that
Ilian is smarter than me. So you wanna maybe edit that language to Frankie level?
you're looking at a singular planet, but it
Okay.
is multiple instances of it. And they are all traveling away from one another. And that is where we're going to be pausing our show for the night.
Multiverse.
Multiverse.
Oh boy.
Hey, if you can do it, you can do it. What can I say?
Maybe there's a version of Leon that's not drunk and horny all the time.
That's not a
Uh,
Leon I want to meet.
I don't wanna.
Now, I will say,
This Leon's the best one.
you know, it's been said. So the cat is slightly out of the bag. It's poking its head out. You know, it's still kind of, it's a half a Schrodinger. We'll put it that way.
We don't have. We can leave it. I don't need to know yet. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the suspense. I just got excited. that
Yeah.
I put the pieces together after you laid them out explicitly in front of me.
So, but that is where we are going to call for the night. I will say that right now we are on a smaller schedule. We are in discussions to begin this summer as well the return of Illuminated Page, which is our Call of Cthulhu actual play. Currently doing the game Horror on the Orient Express. So really looking forward to that coming back. And we've got a few other things working out right now. But again, Seriously Let's Play will be starting in August. Currently the weekend following Gen Con. So when Gen Con, when we all return home from that, our first episode of Seriously Let's Play will be coming that next weekend. And yes, that is 2-3 months out, but when you're trying to arrange the schedule of goodness knows how many adults all at the same time to make it all work, because Seriously Let's Play is our one-shot actual play show where we bring in rotating casts and people who aren't a part of the channel at random. So I hope you all come back and check that out. But otherwise, I think we're back next week. Yes, everybody? All right, we
Believe
will
so.
be back next week for our next episode. So see everybody on Wednesday at 7:30. Night, everyone.